Well, there's definitely a negative to it for the no side, because can be thrown at the no side. Oh, you don't care about jobs. Like, we might have big business and some of these organisations coming out saying, well, it supports jobs, but at the same time, you go into the shops around where I live, and you explain to them what it will mean in money taken out of the economy to follow these rules without any default on this debt. The jaw soon drops to the floor. And there is this thing as well of, and I've said it a few times in a few debates, and actually I said it in a debate last week in the Dáil, in relation to this idea that you're somehow superior in talking about this issue if you're running a business. Now, that isn't necessarily the case. I've ran a business myself, and I got out of running a business because I wanted to get involved in politics. So should my opinion be any less because I decided I wanted to be involved in politics? But that doesn't make me any more inferior or superior in this argument. And there is a kind of a thing like that out there. That's why we had the businesswoman on Frontline last night, who was telling us to vote yes, and pretty much telling anyone who wasn't running a business they didn't know what they were talking about. Well, there's more to life than running a business as well, and that is one of the problems with this treaty too. There's nothing in it other than money, and there's no mention of quality of life. There's no mention of any social aspect to the way Europe should be ran, and that is a problem with it.
It's not unusual. I mean, I think treaty after treaty, our last big debate on these matters was Lisbon. Do you remember Lisbon 1 and 2? And at that time, the same employers who are out now were out advocating a yes vote on the basis of stability and jobs and so on. Unfortunately, in the period that followed the passage of the Lisbon Treaty, employment collapsed in the state, as it happened. So I'm not suggesting for a minute that those opinions were given in anything other than good faith, and these people are entitled to their view, but they were wrong. They were just wrong, and I believe that they're wrong on this occasion. I don't think it's helpful that the government is sort of banging the drum of, if we have a no vote, which I hope we do, that, you know, the sky will fall in, that investment will flee and all of that. A, because that's not true, and B, because government figures saying that in itself causes panic and destabilises things. So you have the ironic position where people who tell you they want stability and safety and all of this are making very menacing noises that are not helpful. And then the employers, I mean, the employers' bodies, a number of them are out, as Jack says, and they're calling for a yes vote. I can tell you, I know an awful lot of people who are in business, particularly in smaller businesses, and in the retail sector maybe in particular, who know for sure that if austerity continues, that their businesses are in big, big difficulty. Some of those voices have come out and made their position clear. They're not as organised as the Yes lobby, but that's not that unusual if you look at previous referendum campaigns.